Hi, this is Jason Fielder with the Daily Forex Report for August 14th. Taking a look here at the US-Japanese pair. This pair closed up today. It is moving sideways though, biased definitely to the upside. Looking for this next session to be between 110.27 and 108.74. Now as far as resistance, support and resistance goes, looking for some resistance to come into the market around the 110 level. And as far as support, look for support to come in at around 109.23, which is right around this area. Now taking a look at this particular pair, switching to the weekly time frame, just wanted to kind of show you all some things real quick. If we put our retracement, Fibonacci retracement levels on this, we're sitting at right around the 50% retracement area right here. Now if you take if you create some trend lines here, we can possibly get an idea of where the market might go, and if it doesn't go to these points, where it's likely to break out and where it's likely to go. Okay, let's switch back to the daytime frame. Take a look at what we got here. Okay, we're kind of floating in between these two trend lines. If we get a break above this point, next point we could see is here, which is up near the 61.8 retracement level. If we get a break below this one, which coincidentally is close to this low, so take out that low, we could see it drop and continue lower back to this point. Now, if you want to just scalp a little bit, take that, draw your trend line there, and then look for a break of the trend line down to that low. There should be a few pips there. I'm not exactly sure how many, but could be a quick little pop for you there. Let's see. We've got, looks like it would be maybe 20 pips or so within there. But that's just one way to take a look at your Fibonacci levels on the weekly time frame, and also draw some trend lines and kind of get an idea of where it possibly could go. Now, will it do that exact? Only time will tell. But that's something to definitely take a look at. Now let's switch over to the Euro USD pair. This pair moved lower today, still within the ranges of the past couple of days, but as you can see, it started to move down already today. This pair is moving to the downside, definitely has a downward bias. Looking for this session to be between 1.4984 on the lower side, looking at 147.37. That's here at this point. As far as support and resistance goes, looking for resistance at about this same level. If the market turns around and goes higher. As far as running into some support, look for some support to come into the market at 147.50. Now switching over to the pound US dollar. This pair continues just to drop, looking for this market to be between 1.8821 and 1.8572 on the lower side. As far as support and resistance, looking for resistance around 18800, and support looking at 8600. I believe this pair is definitely going down after today. If it breaks that low that it created on this doji bar this last session, we could definitely see lower prices, especially going into Friday. Friday, for some reason, you get these big moves. Sometimes it's justified with news announcements, and other times it's not. People just getting ready for the close of the weekend, don't want to hold over the weekend. So get some large moves there. Looking at the U.S. Swiss pair, this pair moved higher today, closing pretty much at the highs of the previous two sessions. I'm looking for this pair to continue higher. It's moving up, has a bias to the upside. Looking for the range to be between 110.17 and on the lower side 108.05. And for support and resistance we should run into around the 1.1000 level, and as far as support goes, we should see some support come into the market around 1.0850, which is around this area. Well, that about does it for the charts. Let's take a look at the Euro Australian dollar. This pair broke down. I told y'all yesterday I was looking for a break of this low and then looking for it to come back to this level. It didn't quite make it. We were about 20 pips shy of actually hitting that, and it came back against us and stopped us out. But that's just how it goes sometimes. Just wanted to revisit that and kind of show you what happened with that particular trade. Now looking back, we had the Eurozone had their German CPI. It came out pretty much as expected, so it really didn't affect the market all that much. The Euro also had their CPI for July being released, and it was lower than expected, both month to month and year to date. Going a little bit later into the session, we had the U.S. CPI, and it came in much higher than expected, showing that inflation is continuing to rise, and that that helped push the U.S. dollar higher against the euro later in the session. Tomorrow, really, we have a few U.S. News announcements later in the day. Nothing that I would consider significant. So, have a good weekend until tomorrow or until Sunday. Good trading.